Hey everyone, it's September 24th, and that means that if today's your birthday, you share it with serial killer Patrick Wayne Kearney, known as the Trash Bag Killer, who murdered at least 21 young men and boys over 15 years, beginning in 1962. And that is him right over there. Born in 1939 as the oldest of three boys in East Los Angeles, Kearney was a diminutive child, often appearing sickly, and was bullied in school as a result. In his teens, he began to fantasize about killing his enemies, dreaming of skinning them alive, and starting to engage in acts of bestiality. After school, he moved to Texas, where he got married, but it ended in divorce, likely because he was a closeted gay man. He returned to California, where he found work with Hughes Aircraft, and spent his off hours driving down to Tijuana, where he used his Spanish proficiency to pick up men for weekend flings. Kearney eventually moved in with a lover and began what the man thought was a monogamous relationship. But Kearney harbored a deep secret. In his travels up and down the coast, he was picking up young men and boys who were hitchhiking or found at gay bars, who he would sexually assault and murder. These murders often came after fights with his live-in lover and seemed to be his way of heading out to blow off some steam. His first kill came in 1962, when he took a 19-year-old hitchhiker out to the desert, where he shot the man in the head and sodomized him in an act of necrophilia. Later that same year, he did the same to a 16-year-old who he took to the same location. Kearney later claimed that his second victim was the cousin of his first. After killing twice more in the 60s, he really ramped up his murder spree in 1971 and claimed 12 victims in 1976 alone. He began dismembering his victims and placing their body parts in trash bags, which he would leave on the side of the road and in landfills. There were two other serial killers active in Southern California operating at the same time with similar MOs. Randy Kraft, known as the Scorecard Killer, you can scroll down to March 19th for more on him, and William Bonin, known as the Freeway Strangler, who I covered on January 8th. Collectively, the three were thought to be one very active murderer who the police called the Freeway Killer, similar to the Southside Slayer in Los Angeles in the 80s and 90s, which also turned out to be multiple serial killers. Kearney got away with his actions for 15 years, with no suspicion ever arising either from the authorities or his boyfriend until his second-to-last victim was seen entering his home. When an arrest warrant was issued for Kearney and his boyfriend to bring them in for questioning in 1977, they fled to El Paso, Texas, but their families convinced the pair to turn themselves in. His boyfriend was cleared of any wrongdoing, but Kearney became the lead suspect in dozens of murders and ultimately confessed to 35 killings. Most of his victims were in their late teens or early 20s, but he did kill children as well, with one victim being just 5 years old. To avoid the death penalty, he pleaded guilty to 21 charges of murder, but is believed to have killed at least the 35 to which he has admitted. Now 84 years old, Kearney is serving 21 life sentences at Mule Creek State Prison and will never be released. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Patrick Wayne Kearney, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.